Okay, I don't even know where to start with this one. I guess the title gives it away. My gecko escaped last night. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I posted a picture about some chaos breaking out and that I'll let you know in a video today. Well, Ziggy was the chaos. He literally broke out. I don't know when this was because yesterday I'd been sort of in and out my room, but not really in there enough to sort of check out my geckos or anything. I'd been busy all day, clearing the house and everything. But I went in the evening. Normally I look around and see which gecko's sort of looking out and wants to come out, and the only one was Diego. So I was like, okay, I'll get him out. And then, if you watch my other videos, you know I normally go to bed really late. This is about 3 in the morning, or just before. I'd actually turned off the light, I had the TV on, and I was sort of thinking of going to bed. But I'd run out of water, so I thought, oh, I'll go down and get some more. Had the light on. Thought I'd just look over to my geckos, over to Minnie and Ziggy, because they live next to each other. Don't know why, but I did. And there was about an inch gap open on Ziggy's door, and I thought, oh my god, I haven't been to his cage all day. Like, he must have escaped. If he's still in there, I don't know how. Like, he just really loves his vivarium. So I went over to look, and I slowly peered around his hides, and I was like, oh god, he's not in there. I moved everything, he really wasn't in there. So, strangely, I didn't panic. I actually thought I would, but I was just like, okay, come on, if you're a gecko, where would you go? So first of all, I looked at where he would have obviously dropped down, because he lives on top of maybe 1.5 foot or a 2 foot tall bookcase. And now geckos are quite hardy. As you can see, there's no injury or anything. Yeah, I've had a gecko actually start walking off the sofa, and you're like, oh, he's not actually gonna. Oh, he's dropped. They're a bit stupid. They think they can walk vertically and they can't. But they're fine. I mean, they don't want to drop, but it sometimes happens. But they're fine. Like, there are animals that if you drop them, they will pretty much break and die. So that's a shame. But don't go dropping your geckos. Okay, so first of all, I looked down at where he would have dropped, and there was no sign of him there. But the good thing was I had bags of fabric right sort of below his vivarium, because obviously I make loads of stuff and everything. So I was like, right, I'll slowly go through these, taking each like blanket or fleece or piece of material out at a time. And anything I did check through thoroughly, I would put on my bed. So I did, and he wasn't in any of the fabric. And then obviously I've got a cat, and my cat's been in my room more than me today. And she's been over in that area particularly, because she sort of likes it where it's got fabric and plastic bags. And I was thinking, God, she couldn't have got him, because if she catches something, she'll parade it around, especially yellow things. She loves yellow things. I was like, she couldn't have got it. She wouldn't have hidden him, and he would have released a tail, and I just thought, no, she would have definitely showed us that she'd caught something. And then I was thinking of everything I've done. I'd moved stuff in there. I was walking past things. I was thinking, oh my god, I haven't squished him. I'd actually put a suitcase like near the area of his cage, and I thought, oh my god, I didn't squish him to die. And all this stuff, and I was like, right, if you're a gecko, what would you do? I thought, right, you'd be in a dark area, kind of secure, kind of close, quite close in, somewhere where there's at least some heat. I was thinking he's going to be squished in between something, because that's just probably where they hide, especially if he's been out all day, and that's what really worried me. And the door had been open of my room all day, but I was like, I don't think he would have travelled too far. So, slowly taking everything away, started to take all the stuff from under my bed away, which made me realise I really need to sort out under there. And then I moved my bedside table slightly, and all of a sudden, after about 20 minutes of looking, he came walking out, and I was just like, oh, it's amazing. And obviously when I picked him up, he was a bit skittish, you know, just sort of like trying to run a little bit. But I got him and he was really cold, so I had him out for about 10 minutes just warming him up on my hand. As you can see now, he's still warming up on my leg this whole video. I thought he'd be in his warm end today, but he was actually in his cold end, so I thought, okay, he's fine for this video. I gave him 2 waxworms and made sure he was warm, and then I put him back in his vivarium. About 5 minutes later, I was a little insulted because he was trying to dig out of the corner of his vivarium where he escaped from. So I was like, oh, you just don't love me. And it's the first time in about 8 years of having geckos that one has escaped. And I'm trying to think when I did, because I must have fed him the day before yesterday. So if it'd been open all night and all day, and I'd only noticed at 3, not good. But to be fair, I had been really busy and there's sort of a lot going on in my life at the moment that, you know, I've just been getting so distracted, my mind's been everywhere. But if you, like, I do actually have sort of locks on this, so they can't be easily slid, like the things. I use these wedge things, and they're normally quite good because they do actually wedge it, but obviously I just didn't shut one side properly and I wedged it open, which is stupid. I actually have another type of lock which is a bit thinner, it's metal, and it has a pad, sort of like a lock on, and it comes with a key. I got that with Gizmo's cage when I first got Gizmo. I don't actually use it now, they all have wedges. I mean, I think they work, but 100%, like, really double check that your gecko's cage is shut, because obviously the door was only open like an inch, and obviously he's quite small, so he can definitely get through that. But yeah, just make sure it's definitely closed. I was thinking of getting, you know, there's like the plastic things along the bottom of the vivarium. Well, if you see my putting together the Viv Exotic Vivarium or something like that, that I have for Ziggy and Minnie, you'll know that they don't actually have them up the side, and I was thinking maybe of purchasing some that I can stick up the side to make it extra secure. Hopefully this does not happen again, I'll make sure of that. Sorry this has been quite a long video of me rambling, just raising the awareness that even after a lot of experience, sometimes geckos escape, and you just have to keep calm and think where they would hide, because I don't think they would go too far. One last mini story is that I knew someone who had lost their really big chunky gecko. I think they overfed it a bit, and they lost it for 6 months, and they found it at the back of a sort of an airing cupboard or something, you know, where it's like really warm, you put all your towels and everything. Yeah, and it was there, and it was really chunky, and they think it had been eating all the sort of little bugs in their house all through the spring and summer. What I did when I was looking for Ziggy was, in the time being, as I was looking, I actually set up a spare heat mat, his hide, and some waxworms, because I thought he'd probably be hungry, and no gecko can resist a waxworm if they're like being out, and it's just like a sweet to them. So I put out the waxworms, the heat mat, the thing. So whilst I'm looking, if he does come out somewhere, he'll hopefully go straight there. So it's like a mini trap. If you have any stories like this, let me know. I mean, they're crafty little creatures, but so glad to have them back.